Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of short videos on how and why in scale modeling. The first installment is about pigments, how I use them, what's my method of application and how we can go about it. So I use dry pigments mostly from Ammo by Meek, some from AK Interactive. What I do, I mix my own batches of light, medium and dark pigment. Here I apply medium pigment mix of my own mix, gently tapping it with a small brush on the matte surface of a model. As you can see, I've previously done a couple areas on the turret of this T-34. So what we need is a perfectly matte surface. This is ideal because that's given the hook for the pigments to attach. So as you can see, we work this small section at a time, concentrating on being as precise as possible, because what you will see that the layers is the key for the success in this technique. We can obviously blow off the excess of pigments using our own breath and check where we are. Next stage is using the fixer. I'm using the AK Interactive Enamel Fixer, and we use the method called Speckling. As you might or might not know, speckling is the way of applying oil paints or fixer in this particular case by using a speckling movement, as you can see, creating small dots landing on the surface of the model. What that does, it helps to fix the pigments to the surface of the model so they're more resistant to the touch, although I still wouldn't touch the surface of the model, and they give very nice texture. That texture can be seen in the front on the gun mantlet. You can see there's a small amount of tide marks as well, but they actually make the look a lot more interesting. So using this technique, we don't really have to battle tide marks because they play in our advantage. Smaller the speckles, the more interesting and better looking the texture of the pigments will be after we're done with the technique. So we attack the surface of pigments on many angles, and after that we'll be able to use the hairdryer, which is an essential tool in any scale modeler's workshop, to dry the applied fixer. I'm going to the front as well to add a little bit more variety, and now we're going to use the hairdryer, and you can see how it looks after using the hairdryer. You can see all that interesting texture and the surface detail. What we can do, we can still layer some more. That's the benefit of using the hairdryer. So we're going to use some light tone and very precisely applying it exactly where we want. The beauty of the technique is the layering, because the foundation of a really good looking weathering on an armor, aircraft of any kind of models is layers. Build the age. Remember, this is the most important thing, to build the age into our weathering, because that tells the story, and the storytelling is the word on the streets for a while now. Everybody talks about storytelling, but do we actually understand what it means? To me, in my scale modeling, storytelling is the layers, layers upon layers. And after applying that pigment, we go back and start speckle again with that enamel fixer. Some may use the thinner of the paint used to paint the model, but I use lacquers, and lacquer thinner is actually no bueno in this situation. Hence, my choice to use the enamel fixer provided by one of the two big Spanish companies. We all know who we talk about. I've already mentioned it's AK Interactive in this case, but Ammo by Meek is going to be perfectly fine as well. So don't hesitate to use whatever you think that can fix it. And after initial drying, we can see I'm happy with the effect. It looks really interesting. It looks nice. It got texture. It's got variation, and first of all, to me, it looks very natural. I can see on the model what I can see on the photos, what I can see in the real life. If you like this type of content, let me know and see you on the next one.